Everybody, Captain Car Count here, but you can call me Ron iPack, and welcome to Car Count Daily. Now, today's episode, as you've probably seen, is titled Email Sucks. That's right, email sucks. Now, you're probably wondering, how come I sent you an email to get you to watch this video to tell you all about how bad email sucks? Well, that's a really good question. And let me kind of clarify this a little bit more. The reason why I say email sucks is because far too many auto repair shop owners are using email as their primary way of staying in contact with their current customers, when the reality is it's not doing the job that you really think it is. Okay, so let's roll back a little bit. The only way that you can use email to send out is if somebody gave you their email. So let's not talk about spamming. We're not talking about buying a list and just bulk emailing everybody that's in your city. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about marketing to your own clientele, the people that already know, love, and trust you. A lot of people feel that just simply sending them an email every month is good enough. And I'm going to tell you that's where the problem is. That's why I'm going to say email sucks, because you're not going to get the results that you're really looking for out of emails, because a lot of different factors come in play. But the number one biggest thing is nobody's seeing it. You're sending a message out, you think you're contacting everybody, and the reality is you're only touching a teeny tiny fraction of the people that you already have in your email database. One proof? Okay, let's go through some numbers here. Okay, so let's just say you have an email database of 1,000 customers. Okay, you maybe have more, maybe you have a little bit less, but let's just use 1,000. Okay, so if you have 1,000 people in your database, chances are, if you're normal, you're probably going to have about 50% of them have an email address associated with the name. Now, I've come across shops that have been as good as 85% of everybody in their database, they actually have their email addresses, which is phenomenal. I've also seen the other side where they only have a handful of email addresses. So we're going to kind of go right in between. And what I found is the average is probably about 50% of your database you have an email address for. So now, sending out a marketing message to 100% of your database simply isn't possible if you only have 50% of them with an email address, right? Okay, so now that list of 1,000 is down to 500. Okay, so we've already cut that in half. So you're not marketing to your entire database, you're only marketing to half of it. But it doesn't stop there, okay? So that's just assuming that you have 50% of your database that actually has a valid email address associated with that name. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, it's been shown that 30% of the people change their email address every single year. Okay, so if you may have collected an email address a year or two ago, and it's not a valid email address. And if it's not valid, it's never going to get delivered, right? And actually, if you try sending out emails to non-valid email addresses, and you do that often enough, the number of your emails getting delivered is going to go down and down and down, because they're going to think that you're spamming. Okay, so that's a big problem. So let's, again, give you the benefit of the doubt that you've been keeping up on your email. So every time somebody comes in, you're making sure that most of those email addresses are valid. So that list of 500 is going to shrink to, let's say, 300. Okay, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here. If you have not been updating email addresses over the years, chances are maybe only 20 or 30% is actually good. Okay, but I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that 60% of them are good. So now we only have 300 email addresses that are actually valid in your database. Okay, so that means 70% of your list is not being marketed to. Okay, again, this is for the shop owners that are using this as their primary source of marketing to their own customers. Okay, so 70% of your database is never getting your message, but it's actually bigger than that. Okay, so again, 1,000 people in your database, 50% of them you get emails for, but you haven't been keeping it super clean, so now we're down to 300. Now, just before I started this video, I did a long exhaustive search online to find out the most accurate, up-to-date open rate percentages. In other words, how many emails that you send out actually get delivered. And I'm finding for a retail location, and that's what you're in retail, only between 16 and 20% of them actually even get opened. Okay, so that list of 300 now only, let's say I'm going to say 20%, because of course your customers love you a lot more. So 20% of them are going to open up your emails. That means only 60 of your emails that you sent out are actually getting opened. Now remember, we're trying to market to all of our customers, and now we're down to 60 out of 1,000. But it doesn't stop there. There's one more dagger in the heart of the email marketing. And the reason why I say it sucks so bad is because these numbers keep dropping and dropping and dropping. If 60 of them are supposedly getting opened, I'm going to give you something you probably haven't thought of before. If you're like me, when you clean out your inbox of your email, if you put your finger on that delete button and you hit delete, 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 delete. And if that's you, you know who you are. When I speak live, by the way, I usually ask, and it's over 50% of the room actually just presses the delete button. Well, did you know that technically you're opening up every one of those emails? That's right. In order for you to delete it, it has to open, right? So you hit delete and you wait a fraction of a second, delete, you're opening each one of those emails. So that 20% that's actually getting opened, let's say half of them never intended to open it. They were just trying to delete it out of their inbox. So again, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. And I'm going to say only 50% of the people are doing that. So that means of the universe of your database of 1,000 people, we only got your message to 30 people. That means 970 people in your database that you're sending a service reminder to, a special coupon, a reminder that you're alive. They're not seeing your message at all. And if email is the only way that you're staying in contact with your current customers, you're not staying in contact with your current customers at all. Just a teeny tiny percentage are actually even seeing your message. And remember, just because somebody opened it, of those 30 people that actually opened it, how many of them need service right now? See, so you get the gist here, and the reason why I'm saying email sucks. Look, I'm not saying don't send out emails. Heck, I just sent you an email to get you to watch this video. It does work, but you have to understand it's severely limited. Okay, you're not contacting everybody. You need to do as much as you can to contact people using various other media, direct mail, text message, the good old phone, other things that they're going to be able to actually see your message, because only a teeny tiny portion right now, if email is the only way you're staying in contact with them, are actually seeing your message. Okay, just wanted to point that out to you so you understand what it really takes to have a really good, solid marketing plan together. Email's great. You can't beat the price. You can't beat how easy it is, but understand it's severely limited. So it should be just one spoke in the wheel of all the different things that you're doing to market to your own customers or to get new business. Okay? That's going to do it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you did, and heck, if you didn't, go down below this video and tell me what you think. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. Give me suggestions for some future episodes, and I'll be sure to respond just like I do to everybody else that has already given me comments below. Okay? Thanks. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.